What's up, guys? The Ghost here. Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about a couple of things. First of all, I talked a while back in a video, several videos ago, about I did actually several lock sport for cheap, and so I'm going to I want to do a slight continuation on that, and then I'm also going to talk about a couple of things that I'm putting together for my 100 subscriber giveaway, which I'm not close to yet, but we're getting there. So anyway, I've been working on trying to compile some things, so we'll go through all that. But anyway, so just to show you what you see in front of you here, picked these up. These are coupler locks, coupler pin locks, sorry, for trailers. I'll explain those here in just a little bit. This is a cable combination lock that this one's Ozark Trail they talk about for camping, for securing your cooler or your barbecue, or it talks about a bunch of stuff on the back, but I'm going to talk about why these are not something that you want to use in any type of security capacity. And I'll show you why here in just a little bit. The picks you see up here are the the cheap Amazon picks that I picked up from Amazon, that I talked about in one of those same videos from a while back, for about cheap lock sport. And the community out there is basically split in that some say don't waste your money, and if you're going to do it, just save up your money and buy good stuff right off the bat. And then there's some that say there's no problem with, for certain applications, getting away with using some of these cheap picks. So we'll talk about that here in just a minute too. But anyway, and then the two locks you see sitting over here, I actually opened with these picks. So I didn't want to do it on camera because I didn't want to make this video super long picking several locks. So it's one of them things, like, through this video, you guys, if you don't want to believe me, then I'm perfectly fine with that, and I understand there's skeptics out there. You're basically just going to have to take my word that I did pick these. I did it just before I started this video. I did pick both of these with these picks. This is one of my now most prized possessions. This is one of Albert Labelle's logo locks, and I absolutely love this lock. And then this one is just a regular American 1105, but I did pick both of these. I guess I can show that one too. These are both picked open, and I did do it with these picks. So they are cheap. They are on the fat side. They're not, skinny. You're not going to be getting into a bunch of keys or a bunch of locks with them. Definitely more paracentric keyways. You're not going to be able to use these. But the idea of this is people starting off. If you have maybe a small inkling, like you've seen some picking videos and you're like, yeah, that seems like it might be kind of fun, might be something I might want to get into. Guys, I don't remember how much I paid for these. I think it was like $20 maybe. If you go back and watch those lock sport for cheap videos, I say in there exactly what I paid for them, but It's been a little while since, so I don't remember exactly, but it was no more than 20 bucks, I don't believe. So if you're in the position where you're like, you know, it seems like something I might like, but I don't really want to go spend a ton of money to see if it's something I'm going to like, then this is definitely a cheap way to go. So anyway, there's that. And then I've talked about in those videos where you can get cheap locks and of different varieties of locks and ways to do that. But so if you're interested, go back and watch those videos. They're definitely some decent information there, I think. So anyway, the locks that you see in front of you here are these are Hitch coupler locks. So what these do is they lock the for like a bumper pull trailer. There's a lever that pops up to open up the coupler, and then once your trailer is seated, you pop that down, and this lock goes in there so that you cannot pick or lift that lever up, and it leaves your coupler seated and coupled. So these secure basically your trailer to your rig, so that if you're parked anywhere overnight, or the other thing you can do is if you're parking your trailer, you can put one of these on it so that it can't be opened, so you can't couple it to a rig. So the idea behind these is it's supposed to secure the hitch of your trailer so that somebody can't just hook your trailer up and take off. I got these at a local big box store. I'm not going to say which one, but I'm sure that if you guys think about it, your memory will spark and you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, stay away from these, guys. These are garbage. This is all that this particular store sells anymore. They've gotten rid of Reese, which isn't great anyway for some things. Lock capacity, not something I would go with, but this is all they sell, and these are garbage. And I had a theory, because I've been able to do this in the past with other wafer locks, which is what these are. These are just a basic wafer lock, and in the past I have been able to, this one's got a cover to keep the grime out of it, but I don't think it really would matter. In the past, I've actually been able to use keys that didn't have to match, but were maybe close, and the codes, I'll tell you the key codes on these. This one's P035, and this one is P019. And I picked these randomly off of the shelf. So I didn't go through and like search and try and find ones that might match up closer. I randomly just grabbed a couple off the shelf. This was $6 or $7, and this one was $7 or $8. Maybe even up to $9, but it was below that. So, but I was curious. One of the things that I've been able to do in the past was use a key from another lock to do like a rake, and it didn't even take that much, but that one's open, and it works sometimes it doesn't. I wonder if we can go this way with this one maybe. It's close, but I think I probably hung up on like maybe one wafer. So it didn't really work that way, and it might if I worked with it a little bit more and just did a quick jiggle. It might open it, who knows. I'm not going to go that far with this right now. But I venture to say that somebody who wanted to be deceitful and maybe steal your stuff could probably maybe purchase a couple of these. If they didn't want to spend money on picks or didn't have the skills, they could probably purchase a couple of these and get just a few sets of keys and probably be able to do this very attack and would have access to your stuff. I'm curious. I really want to try this one more time because it may work, it may not. I don't know. It feels like I'm probably hold up on just maybe one wafer. Okay, well that didn't work. But here's the other thing. A very low, I'm going to use this cheap pick set. A very low skill attack is a quick zip. In this set there is what would be, I mean, you can see let me see if I can show the profile of it a little better. It's a very blunt, like half diamond. And I would imagine, if I can get my fingers to work and my hands to cooperate. Oh wow, yeah, see look at the flop in that. These picks are definitely on the fatter side, but they are still usable for some stuff. Okay, well, this one seems to be a little tougher than I was anticipating. Oh, there we go. There's our open. Actually, you know what it is? I think I just figured out that this one is such poor tolerances that you can zip it, and if you let off just a hair like I did on that last one, it's like everything kind of binds up because it flops around so much that if you let up just a little tiny bit of tension, it sets everything close enough that you can just drop it right open. So anyway, this is kind of an interesting one. I noticed it's got, and I don't even know if I can show, yeah, I guess you guys can see it. The shackle is cut out way up, and I don't know, here's my guess. It's such cheap manufacturing because it doesn't need to be all the way up that high, and I'll show you. That's locked right there, okay? Because it's cut that much higher up, it flops around in there, and it makes me wonder about a couple of different possible attacks on this. But anyway, the other, I don't know, it's interesting, but either way, so there's those. Very cheap. I would not recommend securing your trailer with these. A lot of people will spend thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars on these camp trailers and stuff, and then they go buy, and I don't understand it, they'll go buy a cheap little crap lock like this and throw on there and think that they're secured and good to go just because it's a lock, and it's not the case. So spend a little more and get you a decent lock, especially if you're paying that much for a trailer. Now this one was curious to me. I'm gonna see if I can get the light to, I will let you pause and read that if you want to, but basically it just says that this product is a theft deterrent. there's no 100% guarantee that your valuables will not be stolen. That is definitely true. Don't ever count on anything 100%. These guys, however, they're saying, however, many times a thief will avoid taking items that are locked. So these guys are banking on the fact that it's just a bright orange lock and somebody's not going to walk, or just going to walk right by it because they're going to say, oh, I'm not even going to mess with it. But here's the thing, guys. Thieves know about stuff like this. And I can open this one as fast as you can just dialing combination in. Now, I bought this yesterday. I have not looked at the combination. I did not mess with the combination at all. It's still right here. It's still attached. I cannot see it. I'm going to put my hand over it. Again, this is another one of those you guys are just going to have to believe that I'm telling you the truth. But with these, all you're going to do is put a little tension on them and then spin the wheels until they click into place, and you'll tell. I mean, you'll be able to tell it drops. This one's not actually moving, so I have a feeling that that one's probably going to be a 0 on the last digit. And I'm not even going to go slow, guys. You can feel it drop. As soon as you click that right one, it drops. You heard there, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a distinct click when you get to that. Oh, I think I pushed it out of that one. I think it, yeah, you can feel it drop, you can see it move. You can feel it drop, you can see it move, you got a lot more play in it, and there's a distinct click. And there it is. So it looks like our combination was maybe 9390. No, maybe not, because it doesn't want to go all the way back. But I have a feeling that the gates are probably so... well, you know that's good. We know that's good. And this one does not affecting it yet. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, so 8390. Let's take a look at what the combination is. 8390. Like I said, again, you guys are going to just have to trust that I did not look at this. I left it in the package. I didn't, because I wanted to try and prove a point. And there's no way for me to actually do that from the store to the camera and be able to show you guys that I didn't mess with it. So it's one of them trust things. But I don't know what's under this. I'm tempted to cut it just to see, but I'm really not super curious like that. So I'm going to let somebody else play with this and have some fun. So I don't want to screw this up for somebody else to be able to mess with. I'm going to leave it just like this. I'm going to stuff it back in the... Actually, what I'll probably do is run some tape over this. And then whoever does maybe wind up with this maybe won't know what it is, and they'll be able to mess with it. But, so there's that. There's these. This one I'm curious about. It's got a couple of pins holding this cover on. I don't know if it's just the cover or what. This one I'm probably going to go a little more destructive on and bust this hard plastic off and just take a look and see what's underneath this, because I'm curious. So this one may not wind up in it, but this one for sure, and this pick set are going to be in my giveaway. These are not. The Albert lapel for sure is not. That is my prized possession at this point in my life. It's in the list of, I think I have 5 prized possessions, and that's one of them. I had 4 up until yesterday when I got that and opened it up. This one, we'll see. I'll probably wind up throwing an American in. I don't know exactly what locks I'm going to throw in with my giveaway, but so this for sure. I've picked up a few tools that I'm going to definitely throw in for sure, and it's just cheap stuff, guys. I'm trying to kind of prove a point here. First of all, I don't have a lot of money to put a giant, package together to be able to send somebody. I know there's some of you guys out there that have put together amazing giveaway packages, and I commend you for it. And the more you can do, the great. That's awesome. I love anybody who wants to try and grow the lock sport community and show that appreciation. And I just don't have a ton of money to do that. So, and I'm also trying to prove the point that this can be done cheaply. So, I picked up a screwdriver from Harbor Freight. I'm going to throw that in. A couple other things I got. I picked these up at the same big box store. These were on clearance. And I'm going to go ahead and throw these in. This was the last one on the shelf, and the package was ripped open at some point or destroyed. They put it back together with tape and staples, and I will probably open this up and make sure that it works, because I'm not going to give somebody something that doesn't work. So I will probably make sure that one works before this goes out to anybody. But this one's brand new in the package. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. I don't know if the light's blinding you guys there. And there's nothing major. This is just some nice little stuff to have. Little flashlight. I actually carry one of these. I got for Christmas. I carry one of these on my keyring, and I love it. It's great. It's a great little flashlight. And this just looked like something that might be a fairly interesting little tool that you could put on your keyring or carry around in a bag, or it's nice and thin and flat, so you might be able to throw it in a pouch or something. But so there's that. And I'm still working on a few other things. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly what locks I'm going to throw in with. There's probably going to be some Master 3s. I've got quite a few of those that I definitely need to go ahead and just give out and give away. And I got some other Master, I think I've got some 30 millimeters, some 40s. I got a 50. And I don't know, I got some knockoffs. I got some cheap knockoffs. Actually, you know what? Yeah, a couple cheap knockoff things. There's a little one just to mess around with. This one I'm probably going to open up and play with before I send it off, because I have a theory on this one. So I'll probably mess with that. And then here's, I don't know, a set of laminated pack lock, or not pack locks. These are not pack locks, guys. Laminated padlocks that'll go. And I don't know, we'll see what else. This is not it. This is not the announcement for my giveaway. I'm literally just, because I know it's coming and I don't want to have to buy all this stuff at one time, I am compiling stuff to be able to do a giveaway. That way it doesn't cost me a whole lot all at one time. It's cheaply, and it's a little bit at a time. And I think it helped prove the point. My next video is going to be a Stock Lock Sunday video, and I will actually pick this Albert Labelle logo lock with these cheap picks. I have been using these a little bit. Not to the point where I don't want to put a bunch of use on them and then give them to somebody, because I don't think that's fair. But I do want to verify and put my money where my mouth is and verify that these are usable. So in my next video will be a Stock Lock Sunday video with this lock and these picks. So there's all of that. I think that covers about what I wanted to talk about today. So we didn't have a lot of picking in this one, but we did have a little bit. And I think that about covers it. So until next time, keep it legal.